If you've been writing and recording your songs for years, but you're still struggling to get your songs finished and released on a consistent basis, I know exactly how you feel. You've got tons of ideas, maybe even some demos, but you're not able to get your songs over the finish line. You want to create a full-time career with your music, but you can't even release songs on a consistent basis. And I understand how frustrating that is, especially when you're so passionate about music and you know you have what it takes to make it full-time. So in this video, I'm going to show you why this keeps happening and how you can finally make a change, learn how to produce your own music, and get to the next step of your career and make music full-time. When I first started, I was literally just like you. I started doing music in 2011. I was a senior in high school. All I could do was write lyrics and record vocals, and I identified myself as just the artist. In fact, I was even more specific. I'm just a rapper. That's all I do. The problem was I went 7 years in my career. I did put out a lot of songs, but it was really difficult for me to be consistent. I was buying beats on the internet. I was paying for studio time, paying for mixing, mastering. I was trying to find that producer that I could partner up with, and it just never really worked. I've had a couple of producers I've worked with and I've had great things happen, but for the most part, I wasn't able to consistently release music. In today's day and age, we have to be able to release songs on a consistent basis. It has to be at least one song every 4 to 6 weeks, if not even more often than that. When I was stuck trying to rely on producers and we would not be able to coordinate schedules and we were butting heads creatively, it just never happened. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you've been there as well. Maybe you felt those exact same frustrations. I also spent lots and lots of money. Maybe you can relate too. You've probably spent tens of thousands of dollars. And at this point, it's not so much about the money, although making back those tens of thousands of dollars is going to be game changing, but it's not just that. It's the time thing, right? Time's running out, right? You're not getting any younger, neither am I, and age maybe is starting to catch up with you. Maybe you kind of see the hourglass is getting a little thinner and you're sitting here thinking, dude, I've been doing music for a long time and it hasn't gone where I want it to go. And now you're finally ready to make a change. You're finally ready to break out of these limiting beliefs of, man, I'm so done with just being the artist and I'm ready to actually get into producing my own music, but I don't know where to start. I was the same way. So what I ended up doing, I ended up taking to YouTube. Okay, I took to YouTube to learn music production. I got it done. I changed my life, but it was so difficult. That's exactly what you're doing now. You're literally on YouTube watching this video, trying to get some gems. And I'm here to tell you, it's probably not what you think it is. I learned on YouTube, but I was spending 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. And it took me like 4 years to feel like I was making great music where I fully produced, wrote, recorded, mixed, and mastered. Yeah, part of it had to do with me not growing up with any kind of musical background or technical, technic savviness or anything like that. But a lot of it just had to do with the fact that I didn't have a community. I didn't have someone ahead of me giving me tips. I didn't have a kind of systematic step-by-step approach. That's why I wasn't able to learn it. But fast forward to when I was finally able to produce great music, it completely changed my life. With the amount of time that I saved waiting for producers, with the amount of time I saved waiting to get my mixes back, with the tens of thousands of dollars I was able to make back that I was spending on producing, I was able to invest that into not just creating music in the comfort of my own home, but also I was able to invest financially into growing my fan base, right? So I've been able to run paid ad campaigns where fans are actually coming to me, messaging me, wanting to hear my songs, and turning those fans into paying customers. I've also gotten paid thousands of dollars to produce, engineer, mix, and master for other artists, which, by the way, when I first started my career, I never thought I'd get into that. But guess what? It's super fun and you can get paid a lot of money to do that. And why wouldn't I want to do that? And the other thing is it's opened up the opportunity for me to collaborate with other people. I've had the opportunity to get mentored by Legion Beats. I've had the opportunity to speak with Kato on the track. It's helped me create openings and open doors and open opportunities I never thought it was going to be. So that is probably the biggest benefit that I got from being able to produce my own music. And it's why I'm so passionate to try to help you as well become your own music producer. I mean, take my client, Devin, for example, Devin Christodoulou. He used to spend over $1,000 per song to get it produced, studio time, mixing, and mastering. And in the course of working with me in just 90 days, he was able to get 3 songs done. That's a $3,000 value from the work he was able to get. And beyond that, because now he's always going to be able to produce write, record, mix, and master his own songs. So if you're not finishing songs, let's talk about what's really going on here. You might think it's a lack of time, it's a lack of talent, it's a lack of motivation. You might think it's because you're getting old, but it's none of those things. The truth is your process is broken. You're stuck relying on other people, trying to piece together random YouTube tutorials, or spending more money than you'd like to be just to get one song done. And every single day that you put off not releasing music, you just feel like your full-time music career is slipping away. That anxiety you feel, that feeling of maybe I'm running out of time, I've been there and I've felt that. And I'm gonna be here to tell you, until you learn how to fully produce, record, mix, and master your own music, you're always gonna feel that. Learning how to produce your own music is a complete game changer. When you can produce, write, record, mix, and master, it will open up doors for you that you never imagined could have been opened. You're no longer needing to coordinate schedules. You don't need to wait for your songs to get returned to you. You don't have to worry about butting heads creatively and putting out music that you don't even like. And you're gonna finally be able to take back control of your creativity and your career. So when I went through the transformation of being able to fully produce, record, mix, and master, actually grow a fan base, actually get paid for my music, I wanted to see other recording artists see the same transformation. And that's exactly why I started Rapid Fire Music Academy in January of 2023. Since then, I've helped over 60 recording artists up to this point become their own music producers in just 90 days. Like my client, Ryan, for example. When he started doing music, he was doing the same thing that I was doing and that you're probably doing. He was buying beats on the internet, going to a studio, paying for mixing and mastering. What ended up happening with him was actually a pretty crazy producer horror story. So what happened to him was I don't know exactly the details, but one of the producers he was working with ended up losing the hard drive that had all the songs that Ryan had worked on. And Ryan had paid thousands of dollars and the guy just disappeared off the face of the planet. I think the producer ended up having some kind of, I don't know exactly, but some kind of personal issues that was affecting his judgment. And Ryan lost all the songs, lost all the money, was never able to get in contact with the guy. When that happened, Ryan just called it quits. He quit doing music, and he actually quit for 7 years until he came across my Instagram account, which, by the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, just go to @LeezyTheGifted, send me a message there, tell me you checked out this video. But he found me on Instagram, and we decided to start working together. And in just 90 days, he got 30 instrumentals done and produced, wrote, and recorded 5 tracks and got his first song fully mixed and mastered as well. The amount of money he made back in value, I mean, he's even told me multiple times you can't even put a price on it. But the idea that he can now fully produce, mix, master, record his own songs from the comfort of his own home, and he's excited about the music, he said is super liberating. Or how about my client, Jaden? Jaden came into my program and had literally never made a song before. He had made songs, but he had never released any songs. And he actually got his first song produced, written, recorded, mixed, mastered. I believe it was the first 56 days of being in the program. And he's been putting out a new song every single month. And he's kept that up for over 10 months in a row. Or my client, Ange. My client, Ange, used to take 3 months to make just one song. And in the first 8 weeks of us working together, she got 2 songs fully produced, written, recorded, mixed, and mastered. But then what ended up happening with her was it was really interesting. She actually wanted to transition from being an artist into building a production business. So she continued working with me one-on-one. After you graduate my program, I do offer the opportunity for clients to continue working with me, where you can actually learn the business and marketing aspect and build a real business and income. So she ended up continuing to work with me. She's been working with me for over a year now. She got 7 production clients in the first 30 days of us working together. And she's had clients pay her anywhere from, she's sold beats in the DMs for $300 all the way up to clients paying her $5,000 to produce songs for them. So look, you've already spent years trying to figure this out on your own. How much longer are you willing to wait before you take that next step? Imagine where you could be 90 days from now if you could fully produce your own songs from the comfort of your own home, finishing songs you're proud of, releasing music on a consistent basis, building a fan base that actually connects with your work, opening up opportunities for yourself to make real money with your music. It's all possible. You just need to take the first step. So if you're ready to stop struggling and start fully producing your own music and take that next step, there's 2 things you can do. Number 1, you can click the link in the description and you can book a call to speak with either me or my team to see if Rapid Fire Music Academy is a good fit for you. Now, if you're not ready to book a call with me, that's totally fine, because honestly, the academy isn't really for everybody. If you don't have a computer in your own home recording setup and you don't know how to work your DAW, I don't think it's going to be a good idea for you to book a call because I'm not going to really be able to help you. And if you haven't been writing songs for that long and you're not confident with your songwriting and recording ability, again, not really going to be able to help you. We focus on helping recording artists who are already confident and expert recording and songwriters learn how to transition into learning how to fully produce their own music. And if that's not you yet, that's totally fine. The best thing I would say is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go watch all of the videos that I have on my channel. I have tons and tons and tons and tons, 10 years worth of videos on this YouTube channel where you can start learning how to produce your own music and take those next steps. Either way, I just want to leave you better off than you were before you watched this video. Hopefully I brought you some value and hopefully you're ready to make that change, right? And if you are, go do that, right? Let's get after it. But either way, appreciate you watching and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.